Why Gorilla Tag doesn't feel the same anymore? They literally make off-brand Gorilla Tag games now. That's all they do. Like, I bet you if I went on the Oculus store right now, see if we can find an off-brand. Dude, right here. Creepy Baboon. Literally already an off-brand. It's more of a nostalgia feeling. I don't know.
If you ever been on Gorilla Tag recently, a common thing you've likely heard from OG players is that old Gorilla Tag is better than the current version we have today. And sure, while there is a lot more content like new maps and mechanics these days, this debate of it all being worse than the old stuff has become more and more relevant lately, which honestly got me thinking.
It's because I went on Gorilla Tag the other day. Bro, everything is so glitchy. Not the other day, like a month ago or whatever. Dude, everything is so fucking glitchy. Like, I went to the arcade and I was like glitching as I was going in. And I know it wasn't my Oculus. I was like, what the fuck?
Is Gorilla Tag really not as good as it used to be? Or are we just getting blinded by our own nostalgia? I think it's about time we take a look at this discussion in order to figure out why Gorilla Tag doesn't feel the same anymore. But first,
I remember when you looked through the city, there was that rocket that would come up every like once in a while.
let's take a trip back in time to check out the old Gorilla Tag and see if it's as good as some players remember it being. So this is an early version of Gorilla Tag, and right off the bat, you could probably tell there wasn't as much content here when compared to what we have today. There were no cosmetics, no fancy mechanics like swimming or gliding, and there were fewer.
I think, okay, I don't think the older Gorilla Tag, like first Gorilla Tag, is better. I think when they added caves, when they had caves, and then when they had canyon, the shop with all the cosmetics, the cosmetics I don't really care. Yeah, cool cosmetics. I miss the old caves. This new cave thing they got going on is kind of like annoying. I can't really play in there. I miss when they had the like, I was fine with the ice map. That was a fun map. Beach, I didn't really have a big deal with. The sky one was annoying trying to find people though. Like, that map is annoying to find people, but like, that's not bad. It just doesn't run like it used to. Like, it used to be like, I don't know. It's probably just a nostalgic thing, like when you have nostalgia for a game and you only like it better than what you have now.
Maps out of the time. Yet despite
People grow up.
the fact that we had less to go off of, what we already had was enough for us to have fun in this game. Whenever I looked back at the times I've played this game early on, I've noticed that everything, from the obstacles to the
Dude, I remember my first time I wanted to, like, when I really wanted to play Gorilla Tag, I was seeing people play it all the time, and my Oculus I think you can only play, this was when you could only play Gorilla Tag on side quests. Like, you had to get side quests in order to play Gorilla Tag. But every time I was trying to play it, I was like, bro. So I factory resetted my whole Oculus just to play Gorilla Tag.
literal pixel graphics.
That's how down bad I was for this game.
Were much simpler and more laid back then, and this simple nature definitely allowed me and some of the other players to just focus on having fun, playing a game that led us to reject humanity and return to monkey. And even if we got bored of the same old games attack here and there was always something to talk about regarding this game to each other, like what's behind Secret Tunnel? Do we even eat food or drink water in this game?
Oh yeah, dude, there's that like big ass like chunk in the wall. Like, what the hell is that?
And probably the greatest question of them all, how many whacks in game will it take to get to the center of my Quest controller? I'm not joking with y'all, those basic experiences we've had really gave us that special feeling of wonder and mystery about the game. So to say that us players were excited to see that outcome would be a bit of an understatement. Then over time,
I remember thinking it was so cool getting out of the map. That was like the cool thing about Gorilla Tag, is when you get out the map, everybody was like, no way you did that. Oh, and then my first time ever getting out the map, it was like, made you feel good because everybody's like, oh, you're so good. How the hell did you get out there? And you're like really bad in reality.
Gorilla Tag did eventually get more updates with various new features. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, these changes did come with a price. One that made us sacrifice that simple feeling Gorilla Tag out on all of us beforehand. And now, the game just feels more complex and different from before. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but with Gorilla Tag growing over the years, it's hard to find those same experiences.
No, I think Gorilla Tag, is there a statistic on Gorilla Tag? Dude, I think it went down. I don't think not much people play it like they used to. Okay, so is this 2025? Okay, June 15th to 2025. I wanna go when it first came out. Okay, February 2021. Like no players. So far this year, it's like went down and then gone up and then went down. So it just goes up and down.
Since the place we had those memories changed so much over time. And it really shows, since nowadays I've ended up seeing countless videos popping up where people talked about the nostalgia for the old versions of Gorilla Tag. Even though there's various updates releasing every month or so, people keep looking back to the good old days as if there isn't anything else for them to do in game, and I don't think that's gonna stop anytime soon.
No,
Speaking of videos, I think that
I saw a thing that they're making some Gorilla Tag movie. Gorilla Tag said it themselves. I have a Gorilla Tag thing on my Discord, dude. It literally just says like movies, TV shows, and more. So there's gonna be like a movie or a TV show or some shit coming out.
content creation also changed a lot over the years, just like the game itself. But you might be wondering, why am I bringing up content creation specifically? Well, I see a bit of a connection between the two. I mean, even when the game first released, it was obvious that Gorilla Tag was a game that could be partially carried by content creation alongside updates. Whether it was gameplay content, horror videos, or even little skits here and there was just something about people posting their experiences or their ideas out there online.
That's where most YouTubers got from, was Gorilla Tag. Like the most big YouTubers, dude, they got big off Gorilla Tag.
That just made the game a little more special to me personally. But
Like J-Man, dude, there was one point you could easily get fucking like big off Gorilla Tag content if you're good at making content, dude. Like you could there was a time where you could get big off that shit.
as I already mentioned, the game has changed a lot over the years, and thus, it only makes sense that content around the game would follow suit. And I already know many
Like YouTube would put your your videos out on the algorithm like that. Like you'd be getting hella views.
of you are gonna say that that's a good thing. I agree. New ideas and new content in general are always a treat
Is this
to
a
see.
city?
However, I can't help but notice that I just keep seeing the same stuff from years ago continuously being milked to no end today, like ghost hunting. Honestly, it just makes those
Ghost hunting is so stupid. It's just people going into your game scaring the shit out of
kind of videos more dull to watch today. And
I'm gonna go find H2776 and see what happens.
I think I know the reason why. It's almost like watching a movie in a way. You see, if someone were to go see something, say a new movie they've never seen before, and they end up liking it a lot, it might captivate them in a way. But there does come a point where that feeling goes away after you see that movie over and over again. And I think this applies to Gorilla Tag content as well. After seeing the same stuff pop up online so much, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Not to me, not to you, and probably not to most of the community now. So whenever some new content does appear to us, even if it's different, it may end up reigniting that same feeling we all had a while back on the silly little monkey game. But the sad truth about all this new stuff is that it's all new. It's not going to be the same as the old stuff. And the old stuff we've seen a long time ago isn't going to give us the same feeling as before. Which might explain why I keep seeing so many people look back.
Canyons used to be like fun. That was like my favorite map at one point. Then it was Forest, but it's always been Forest. But like Canyons was like my favorite map. Literally when I was streaming, I'd be in Canyons all the time.
I mean, just look at how many comments there are for this kind of stuff. Wait, why are there so many of them anyways? Huh, who would have thought that as a game and its online presence continues to grow, the community would do the same? Well, Gorilla Tag is no exception. The community for this game has really changed over the years. Like, if I was going off memory here,
Dude, I found the most racist people on Gorilla Tag.
remember there being a lot of their late teens to young adult ages back then. Things were a lot chiller between everyone back then, and there were way less people too. But after the peaceful times went by for Gorilla Tag, there was one single event that ended up changing the landscape of the community forever. Christmas. I swear, bro, ever since that day passed by, everything changed with the player base. Like, half the people in the game were new now, a lot of them younger than before, and it was just a lot of chaos playing this game around this time. Like, especially since a few of those newcomers.
Was I playing during Christmas? I have a video. Wait, no, I have a video of me during Christmas time. Yeah. Dude, it was outrageous. This is when I had 100 followers.
What are you doing? I'm scared.
This is where I met Noah.
Crazy.
You hear him moaning, bro? That's fucking Noah right there.
That came in ended up becoming really toxic to everyone else. And I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I miss the old
Doxing
community.
too.
I miss
Dude,
the times
doxing was bad on Gorilla Tag too.
where I wasn't getting cussed out by 6-year-olds on the daily. The times where everyone wasn't getting into drama every week. The times where we could just go into a virtual world where tag is the norm and just relax from everything else. Since the fact that the now sort of toxic community formed this quickly is honestly crazy. And I'm worried if it's
They have
only gonna get
rats.
worse
They have
from
tails
here
in this game
the
now.
near future. Okay, throughout this video so far, I've just been rambling about what changed about Gorilla Tag over the years, and why it's inherently bad for the game as a whole. But I feel like this whole discussion shouldn't be a matter of why one version of a monkey game is better than another, since after all, we all knew that this game was going to evolve at some point,
This
just
map
like
is so
everything else
annoying.
in life. And while this did come with a few downsides that I've already mentioned, there are a lot of good things that also came from this change. Like, the new content did bring in new life to the game, and made the game a lot more fun to many of us. The new style of content creation also brings out more of the game, and the ever-growing community just
Dude,
lets
I see no one make Gorilla Tag content anymore. Literally, no one makes Gorilla Tag content. I mean, maybe J-Man, but dude, J-Man don't even like do those type of videos anymore. Like, I don't even see that content.
more people experience this amazing game in general. Gorilla Tag shouldn't stay the same, and innovation will always be more important than pandering to
I mean, yeah, it needs
nostalgic memories in the gaming world.
it needs like change. That's how it even gets its fucking shit, you know? It needs change.
Nostalgia is
Or
just
they
nostalgia
would
for
lose
being real
they
at
would
the end
lose
of the
people
day.
if
However,
it
I'm not
changed.
gonna stand here and act like the downsides aren't a
It's
problem.
like Fortnite. If Fortnite didn't have seasons and new things, and if it was the same season, like say it was season 5 forever, dude, that game would be dead right now.
To many of us nowadays, because why else would I've spent most of the video talking about them? So I want to hope you guys continue enjoying the game if that's what you're after. But first, let's finally answer the question, why doesn't Gorilla Tag feel the same anymore? Well, it's due to the fact that the game has physically changed over its various updates.
It's
The content
nostalgia.
surrounding it online evolved as well. The community has and is still continuing to grow to this day. And lastly, you have probably changed. And that's why it's all different now. Now, how can we still find enjoyment out of this game?
I don't know if the game's growing. I think it's losing people. Like, there might be new players every once in a while, but I think they're losing people.
With its changes. Well, first off, if you're tired of doing the same stuff in game, find something else to do. Maybe you're just bored of the competitive scene and want some more interaction with other players. Maybe you just want to get out of the toxicity and play with the game a little more. But if you're just tired of Gorilla Tag as a whole, just take a break. I know that sounds corny, but spending time away from the game will probably make it feel better if you decide to come back after some time. So just take some time off if you need to and come back later. Or don't. I'm not forcing you what to do. I'm not your parents. Like, I'm just a random dude talking about a monkey game online. Now, if you liked me talking about this sort of stuff, you should check out some of my other
I mean, I understand some points of that video, but it's still... there's way too many maps. I revised the game. It looks like a mess. There's carpets everywhere, rainbows everywhere. They have a random hole in it under the computer. I went in other maps and it's just full of items. Not to mention the amount of maps is insane. I liked it when there were more communities, less toxic. Maybe it's just me because I am 16 and I'm starting to become one of those grandpas who get anxiety and there's too many things happening on the screen. Yeah, dude, there's way too many maps, bro. Especially when you play a private match and then it's just you and your friend playing, and your friend's like in the whole like fucking 10 miles away from where you are in like a fucking different map. Dude, that shit's annoying. And then there's like custom maps too. I'm surprised because Rec Room is older than Gorilla Tag and they're dying slower than Gorilla Tag. What? Rec Room? Dude, Rec Room is not dying. What bullshit? Dude, Rec Room is not even like... Dude, Gorilla Tag statistics show that... I'm telling you, bro, Rec Room have more players than fucking Gorilla Tag. Dude, Gorilla Tag, dude, I've seen more Rec Room videos than Gorilla Tag. 400, literally less people are playing. And there's less players live. Alright, new video.
Got me some green, but I ain't go to the doctor. Chop shit down like the blick helicopter.